Hi, I'm Chris Bates, trout guide for Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped Trout Fishing Adventures, and I'm here to talk about New England trout fishing. Hey, today we're going to talk all about bait, equipment, and safety. So there's a few little tips I'd like to give you. One is have the right rod. Right here, graphite rod. A good graphite rod is really what you'd like to use for these small streams. You could feel a fish tap, 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 which is a telltale sign of a trout on these very, very sensitive rods. This rod here is set up for live bait, and that is one of the baits that we would talk about today. Trout love redworms. After a rain, you want to use live bait because it all falls into the river. Then there's another bait that we use, and it's called a Dace Minnow. A Dace Minnow bait is that they live in the river, and they are red and black, and they are green and black, and I have both. Brown trout love these. They also are into spinners, anything with a bright swivel, anything like this. Generally copper and gold, because we have brown water here in Vermont and it's a gravel bottom, so you want to match the bait. Gravel bottoms and brown, copper, gold, it simulates a minnow or some sort of bug in the water. You'll need three important items. One is a bag to carry all your fishing equipment in, as well as some safety items. You'll need a net to catch your fish in the net and then have a good release. And then sunglasses. Sunglasses are one of the most important parts of trout fishing in New England. The water is brown. You match the lens to the water. Brown lens can see fish through the water. If you come from the Midwest or any other parts of the country, most likely you'll have gray or blue. You won't be able to see through the water. So that's what I would recommend, brown. With these simple tips, you're almost guaranteed to catch a trout here in New England. Hey, we are all ready to go looking for some brook trout in a traditional New England brook trout stream. And we're at one that has all three elements that we're gonna be looking for. Rapids, we're looking for dark water, and we're looking for cut banks. Brook trout are notorious opportunistic feeders. Today is a real simple setup. Two little slip weights, octopus 6-hook, and a redworm. They love live bait. So in these little small streams, you're gonna wanna use a flip method, okay? You don't really have to cast. You're just gonna wanna flip it out, let it sink to the bottom, and then slowly reel. Almost a fish. And if you're really good, you can backhand cast. I'll just try on the other side if I could hook one. I can see some fish right here. Okay, so there's a lot of fish down here. These fish happen to like the rushing water, and I happen to catch a little brook trout, but we need to get them back in the water right away. All right, if we get one more fish, we'll be nice. Oh, there's a big one. That's gotta be a 12-inch fish, easily. We're gonna get that thing. Should have worn my war paint. You know, they sit in those stupid rocks and then they wait till the bait comes to them. Oh, this is unbelievable. One of the most important things about fishing anywhere, whether it's a trout stream or a lake or anything, let somebody know where you're at and always have your cell phone. Don't forget those two things and you'll be right on the mark for being safe. There's one. Whoa, nice little brook trout. Get him in the water right away. You can see his cool colors. Just to recap everything, we learned a little bit about safety, we learned a little bit about gear, and we learned a little bit about the water. When you come to New England with the tips that you've been given, you will be sure to have a good time.